Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome back to the show. Hope you're doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day. Today we're doing an interesting video. It's actually a super cool video. It's inspired by my best friend, Janice. You guys know him. I talk about him way too often. You're like, oh my god, stop talking about Janice, dude. Janice, you're talking about more about Janice than yourself. He deserves it. He fucking deserves it. Janice sent me a message today that was really funny. So, before I start, okay, again, my best friend. So I'm gonna say there's no ill intent from my part and his part. So yesterday he was making a message and it was like, "Yo, I cannot reach you. I can't really reach you. I don't know where you're live, what you're doing live." And then he was asking a question like, "Are you live the night or the day?" And a minute that really broke my heart was, well, not broke my heart, but really made me feel guilty. Was he was like, "Hey, my apologies, my apologies. I usually see you at 3 p.m. and 4 p.m., which is my time, 9 or 10. Right? That's a showcase how much he knows the content and how much, and I feel bad because I'm like, dude, the dude knows enough and he cares enough about writing the time of his schedule. I don't have a lot of fans, but fans that write down where I'm usually live, they're super rare. And Janice, weirdly speaking, is possibly the guy who knows the content the most. Possibly the content the most. There's my mom, there's Janice. I wish there used to be myself, but most of the videos are super weird because I don't remember. I'm a visual guy. So I'll see something and I'll remember it. And it's weird because if you look at the the videos, I'm not gonna remember it. But when I look at my thumbnails, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember doing this video. I remember that. So Janice, yesterday I felt bad because I was like, dude, the guy cares enough to know when you're live and when you're not live. And I really felt bad because it felt like he cared more than I cared. Now, I'm not going to be using this as an excuse. I have work, so the work is making me a bit tired and it's just debalancing. So, not a complaint, but with work, what is going on, which is actually quite weird. Like I told you yesterday, it's a bit more mental than physical. My last job was very physical, so I didn't have to think. So then we have a job that is thinking, and then we have the bus ride, which is a break, and then I'm restarting a job where I have to think versus last year, where I would do a job that was very physical, stop, then do a second shift, and that is a bit more mental than physical. So all of this to say, I felt really bad, which is why I did a video yesterday called Spread Thin, where I was talking about how I felt like I was giving attention or doing so many things, and I was doing so many things that I couldn't really do them properly or long term. So I really felt bad about it. And it's you guys are gonna take it as stupid, but the guy, and is it only about Janice now? It's not only about Janice, but Janice is a good he's a good representation on how people feel. I got a friend, and you guys know why I like Janice. He actually knows me a lot, and he knows how to talk to me. For example, some people can give me advice, and they're gonna give me a certain fashion. I'm gonna be, fuck you, you don't know me. It's gonna be like, okay, well, I know that you're gonna react this way, so I'm gonna tell you this way. And he's actually a really good window into my public, into my fan base, into my demographics. Because most of you guys that watch the content, most of you guys that interact with the content are friends. Is that a good thing? I don't know. But most of you guys that are friends are interacting with the content. So him being a friend interacting with the content resonates with a lot of you guys, resonated in making the content. And I really felt bad about it. And I think that he saw the video and about me feeling bad. So he took another approach. And today he was like, yo, I don't know what's going on. And I know it's not supposed to make me laugh, but it really made me laugh. So yesterday I was pretty sad, but today I was like, okay, well, guess what? It's Friday, tomorrow I'm off. The day after I'm off. I just did. The truth is, I worked today, and the first thing I did was to come back. I had a live, and the live went really well. I was joking with people, and it was fun, So, like I said, I kind of have a double life where I have this very. Okay, that's actually a good subject too. Like, I had a hard time differentiating between Stefan and In Vendetta, and I had a hard time separating the life, well, at work, when I'm physically working, when I'm working in an establishment or for a boss, which is work. Work is not 9 to 5. It's working for someone. I'm Stefan, and when I'm home and I'm doing my stuff, I'm Steven Vendetta. So that was like just a really cool thing. So I was like, did my life, it went well. Okay, Ink Vendetta starts. What a good start for Ink Vendetta today. A little bit more in a good mood. And then he wrote me because again we have a problem time zone. Is time. It's not that bad though. It's not that bad. He has like 5 hours more than. So when it's 12, well, right now it's 2:20. He has 7:20. That's actually pretty good. So he comes in, and he's like, and I told him in my message, I was like, listen, bro, I'm sorry. I know this is hard. I'm trying my best, but with work it's hard. And today he says, no, don't mess up your schedule. And I was just in a good mood. I was like, you know what, fuck you. And I wrote to him, I'm gonna change my schedule for you, whether you like it or not. And then, I was joking, so he started laughing. And then he said the greatest fucking thing. And I know it's not funny, but it made me laugh so hard. He said, I don't know, because I'm not gonna blame ADHD, but I'm very impulsive in life. I'm very impulsive. So what I'll do is, listen, I have batteries, I have storage, let's make some videos. I don't have batteries, I'll go in, I'll stream, right? There's a lot of things that I'm doing. We have a busy day. So knowing that I don't have a schedule, that I never had a schedule, what he does is he look at the videos. And when you look at the videos, I like to do the videos outside because, again, it's a question of, I'm cooped up in the winter. You see, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. You should be able to make content. Am I uncomfortable to make content inside? It's complex. It's very complex. The phone is too hot. I'll be right back. There you go. Nice little patty to cool it down. People are probably thinking like, oh my god, he must be hiding something in the apartment because he never filmed in the apartment. The reality isn't that. The reality is, we have 5 months, 6 months of winter per year. First of all, then out of how many weeks out of that? Out of the good time we have our rain. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Ça va bien?
Oui, ça va bien, merci.
Good. My neighbor. So like I was saying, I didn't even see her. So then with the winter or the rain, I'm cooped up inside. When it's nice outside, I like to go out. I like to go to the lake shore, and it's actually quite nice, right? So I like to do that. But the winter, I'm stuck inside. Now, I love my apartment. I've been living there for 12 years. It's a nice little cozy place. You guys saw it. However, it depends on the number that I'm doing per day of videos. Let's say you do the math together. Let's say we do 30 days a month, right? Not even 30 days. In winter, it's minimum 4 months. So you do 30 times 4. That's 120. And then you do, let's say you do 5 videos a day, 6 videos a day. Well, your 120 became 700 or 600 per day. Sorry, 600 to 700. So in a row, I just did 600 videos inside. Now here's the trick. Here's the secret. Okay, here's the secret. This is on main channel. Think about the gaming. I stream 4 hours a day. I'm in there. Whatever I'm watching on TV. You think I'm watching television on the balcony? No, I'm watching it inside. So I spend a shit ton of time inside. So it is important to me to go outside. Because I never do. When I do videos on the balcony, for example, I'll do 20 videos. Every single day I'm streaming, so I'm going to go inside. Every single day I'm going to be watching something, I'm going to go inside. So it's not that much. And the truth is, the balcony, I told you guys that I had agoraphobia with the depression, right? Which is the fear of going outside. My apologies, disgusting. The balcony feels a little bit outside, but it also feels social. I'll talk to my neighbors. I'll hear other neighbors. I'll hear people in the streets. It feels like I'm somewhat outside. I'll compare it, and this is a very stupid thing, but I think you guys, every single country has that. It's balcony. It's a terrace. Terrace, or you're gonna go to a restaurant, and they'll have a whole outside area. You can eat in the sun, and there's a umbrella. It's just nice. So that's why we film on the balcony. So Janice, knowing that I don't follow a schedule, knowing that he doesn't know when I'm filming or when I'm free, he was looking outside. He was looking outside. Now here's the problem with outside, looking outside. So here's the biggest problem. The sunshine will go up here. It will raise up here, and then at night, sun will go to sleep over here. Over here, you don't really get the pinkness of the clouds, but it's really hard to know. Okay, is it the morning or the sunset? He started getting the clouds as a time period, but he realized no. I know he wrote it's either too early in the morning and too late at night. So it really made me laugh. So now, that was the longest fucking intro. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I work. Okay, so this video, my apologies, is on a day where I don't work. I don't have a shift. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be looking at the weather outside for the sunrise. Since most of my shifts are from 7 to 12, well, the whole week it was 7 to 12, sadly. So instead of filming in the morning, reducing the batteries, and then going back and being at work and not having batteries, what I'll do is I'll sleep in. So I'll wake up at 6 instead of 5, and I'll go to work. Right? Take a quick shower, go to work. I don't even eat breakfast because I eat it in the bus. Now, I'll go back at around 12. So this is how I do my schedule. This is how I do my schedule. It's actually quite fun. Then what I'll do, which is actually quite interesting, is I'll come back from work. Depending on the time, I'll either go for a TikTok live or eating, because I like to do a TikTok live when I'm eating. Why? TikTok live are social. TikTok live is me with you guys, and when I'm working and I'm eating with people at work, I'm eating with my coworker. Now I'm eating with my friends. So it feels less lonely to work. It's there's nothing wrong with eating alone, but if you had a chance to eat with other people, you would do it. Right. Then what we'll do is we'll see how much battery we have. So what I like to do, I like to have 100% batteries. The 100% batteries represent an hour 50 minutes of content. It's not a lot. The tower camera, this tower. Depending on the batteries. So for example, right, on a day where I don't have that much, what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll play two mobile games, which are Gundam. We're gonna take a break, and gonna be Gundam and what? Sylvan Blood. Soon I'm not gonna be strong enough to continue. Then I'm gonna take a break because, narratively speaking, it's a bit boring. Why? Gundam is good, but Gundam has been season 1. Then season 2 is a comeback from season 1. Season 3 is a continuation, so it's always the same story. Bum bum bum. Now the cool thing with Gundam is they'll do a side story, and that's why you can kind of get a break. I'll do that. If I have a lot of time left, what I'll do, I'll stream, because I like streaming. Then I don't care about the morning if I'm working. I'll have an obligation, which is coming here at 7 o'clock, 7:30, 7:45 to film. Why? Because we had a sunrise, we had a sunset. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna film the sunset. Let's fucking go. I had the sunset, so I'll film from 7 to 9:45. And 9:45. Why 9:45? At 9:45, I got my TikTok battles. Like I said, I don't watch a lot of things, but when I do, I watch TikTok battles because it's just drama. Then what I'll do is from 9:45 to 11:30, 11:30. My apologies. I'll stream some Fortnite. Why? Sorry, Fortnite doesn't have narrative. They can just come in and just be like, yo, guess what? We're good. So then, what happened is, I'll finish Fortnite at like 11:30. What I'll do is I'll spend 40 minutes, 40 minutes. It's a long time. Listening to the video that did that thing, finding a title, uploading them, finding a title, uploading them. What I'll do, which is actually quite smart, well, in my book, is TikTok won't allow you to change channel while you're uploading. So what I'll do is I'll take all of the documents here where I talk about games. So all videos that I do on the gaming videos. Now here's the thing. These two phones are important because this phone, the camera for the selfie is better. Now that's not true. The camera here is way better for the selfie. However, this phone being smaller, it is the perfect height. The other one I would have to do like that. I don't like doing like that because then it can fall. When I'm doing like that, it's gonna fall backward, it's gonna fall on the window. And if you look at the camera behind it, it's fucked up. This camera works well for the sun, so it's perfect. So yeah, so what we'll do is we'll do all the videos on this one. If I'm talking about gamings, I'll be doing the videos on here. If I'm talking about normal stuff, I'll do the video on here. So what I'll do is I'll transfer all the gaming file from that phone from this phone. Then what I'll do is I'll upload it. So that way when I wake up the next morning at 6:15, 6:10, 6:15, my things are done. Now, there is all of this is a normal day. What is a not normal day is actually quite simple. A not normal day is a day like today. So I'm going to tell you a secret, okay? We all have the weather application, the weather media application. I know that I want to do at least 2 a day, because then I'm doing an hour 50, and I want to do 2 hours 50. 2 sets of 1 hour videos. That way, I get to do my videos of the days, and the rest I just get to chill. So what I like to do, what I really, really, really like to do, is to check out the weather. If I'm seeing it's gonna be a clear sky. So for example, today, right now it's 2:30. We have a very special event at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock is gonna be cloudy. So you see this cloud right here, right? You see the cloud right here. Well, you see this and you see this, right? But if you were to look on top of this building, you would see that there's a lot of cloud here. So they'll come from the west. The clouds will come from the west and will go eastward because the wind is going east. And that's what we're gonna get. Now, why is that important? Because I've been doing Nature Corn for a year and a half. We have thousands of Nature Corn videos. So you're always seeing the same landscape. But at the same time, what is really nice is that you're seeing different. So for example, you'll see the sunrise and sunset. And then, that's pretty much it. That's when I'm gonna film. There's also the fact that I have to film. Why am I not? So this is a good thing because I have a schedule. Doesn't look like a schedule, but it is a schedule for me. Why am I so tight in my schedule? Well, I made a video called The System where I kind of this routine, right? So this is a routine, but it's more than that. Doing content outside is reliant on the 2 phones, this one and this one, being completely full. The tablet's not okay. It's okay because I can take the freaking battery pack and just charge it. That's pretty much it. So here's my schedule. I know, complicated, but hey. At the same time, you know, the schedule, yes, it's a complicated video, which is hard to follow. But at the same time, it's a very good thing, a very positive thing. Why? Why? Well, because I think lately a big problem has been structure. Meaning, the structure. And even then, I'm kind of a piece of shit because I had this this need, I had this craving I had this obsession with finding meaning to what I'm doing, finding meaning in life, etc., etc., etc. Then I replaced meaning by structure, which is not a different thing, which is a different thing, you know. But hey, at the end of the day, as long as we're doing what we want, I'm happy, and as long as I'm happy, you should be happy, and as long as I'm happy I'm happy and you're happy, then we're all happy, and because we're all happy, this kind of works perfectly. Monster, how should I feel? It's the structure that brings me to be having a schedule. It's actually nice. Is it perfect? No, the structure is something worrying. See, this is a positive video that we're turning negative because we're overthinking. No, it should be a positive video. Let's stop there. If I want to add negative, I would say that I can become dependent on it. And then when the system is corrupted or the system is falling behind, I'm like, fuck, the system, my perfect system. It's not a perfect system, dude. First of all, it's not a perfect system. Second of all, it'll never be a perfect system. You're just doing the most with what you have, and that should be enough, right? Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.